Hi guys, we're back here with the Super Tahoe, working on that EVAC system. So, I left you last. We put the All-Star Performances exhaust, crankcase evacuation system. We put that in the exhaust, and then I came over here with my trusty little hose clamp and I shut off the manifold vacuum going to the intake, and with it running I pulled the dipstick. There was smoke, there was pressure still coming out of here. So I know we only installed half of the kit, but there's really no other place to put this second one that would be any more efficient at pulling vacuum when we're at idle. Once it's running, it's fine. Once we're above idle, it's evacuating the crankcase. But right now, I'm not happy with it. I want to completely disconnect the basically controlled vacuum leak that we have coming into the intake, because all that oil smoke from the crankcase is kind of polluting my air fuel mixture, or whatever you want to call it, going into the engine. So I did a thing. I picked up the cheapest air pump that I could find on the Amazon, and I guess this fits. This is an air pump to pump air into your exhaust, I guess, for emissions on Jeeps and Subarus and a couple other things. So I put a connector on there, 15 amp fuse, got a ground wire. Could probably be a little bit thicker than that, but yeah, this is basically just an air pump. What I like about it is there's no restriction. There's no, there's no like impeller back pressure on that. So if the system needs more, it'll take more. If it needs less, it'll take less. But basically, this is going to just pump, hopefully, this will pump crankcase air into the exhaust for me at idle. So let me put on my director hat here. So what I did, I had a piece of aluminum laying around, and I just fabbed up this little bracket I could mount to. I'm using 2-inch 3/8/16 spacers, I guess. What do you want? Yeah, spacers. A couple lock nuts, and then I figured I could mount this to this battery plate down here. So we're going to take this little bracket out of the way. 13 millimeters gets this bracket out of here. Had that out about a dozen times doing other things. There's plenty of room. I got it. It's levitated. It's got it levitated, so it's not on the impeller housing, the pump housing, whatever you want to call it. And these are nice. This little pump was I think it was $80. And it came with these little rubber doodabs for spacers. And then yeah, I'll be able to mount it right in here. The wiring will be pretty. And yeah, this is made to pump air. It's got this little, I don't know if you even call that a filter. Not really. But it's made to pump air into your exhaust. That's all that this thing does. So my thinking is, it's made to take hot air from under your hood and pump it into your exhaust. Then it can take air from the crankcase, hopefully, and pump it into the exhaust. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And I'm still going to have to drill that one out for clearance for that bolt. Clearance for clearance. And then we'll put another one here, I guess, because I can kind of get to the bottom of that. Put another bolt right there, and that should do it. That should do it. That clearance there, clearance. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, but you know, might as well just do it if we're going to do it. So now that we know that's going to work, take it all back off again, because yeah, and lose that piece. One nut zert tool. Start out so simple, it gets complicated in a hurry. And you can actually see the back of one of these nut zerts I used. I bolt my inner fenders in. I don't like those plastic doodabbies. And yeah. Is this set up for 10? Yeah, sure enough. That's the last time I used it, was on a 10. I think that's all I've ever used it for, was putting the fender well ones in there. Now, do I have enough room for this thing to squeeze? Yeah, there we go. Barely enough room. She's coming slow. Take the pressure off of it, it works a little bit better. There you go. One nut zert. That's how that works. You get this little wrench kind of thing, holds it. And then try to get it back in the box. Because whenever you take stuff out, it makes it harder to get back in the box. I wonder what Quentin Tarantino is doing today. All right. We'll stick this in here. Go in your final resting place. So yeah, I picked up $9 worth of hardware. I'm using 2-inch long 3/8 or 5/16. Just go in your home. And of course you can't reach the one in the back. Yeah, that's fine. It's got a little bit, see, it's got a little bit of a wobble on it. See if we can get in there. Come on, you can do it. Alright, good enough. Yeah, that's nice. It's mounted solid. So yeah, we should have a true manifold vacuum when we're done here. I don't think I'm going to need that hose clamp anymore. Come back around over to here. Just shorten it a little bit. Better have too long than too short. That's true. Right on. Just blends in right there with the air conditioning plumbing. Okay, there you go. And then from here to here, we're gonna go hose clamp. How to lose a hose clamp in 15 seconds. Alrighty. Spit on it, shove the hose into the hole. So like I said, this isn't for this application, this is just what I'm doing. So it's going to suck from the engine into the intake, fan's going to spin, blow it into the exhaust. That's the idea. Yeah, it's just a cheap little fuse ends, and then pretty loud, huh? Oh yeah, that's pulling a good vacuum now. Cool beans. Cool bean arrows. Blowing it into the exhaust. Should be able to hear it coming out. Hear it? Let's fire it up and see what happens. Fire in the hole. Yeah. And you can't hear it when it's running because of all the other running things. I don't want those to touch. You know they're gonna. You just know they want to touch. Yeah, running fine. And see, there's no oil coming out the dipstick hole. Can I feel a suction on that? Yeah. He's pulling a little bit of suction. That's how I wanted it to be. Alright. Put our bracket back. Get these two started. It's not too loud. You don't really hear it when the truck is running. Oh, there was that 10. We looked all over for it because it was big and ugly. Yeah, and I didn't even need that. That's cool. Ish. Yeah, looks like about the right size. Pop that in there. So we don't rust or nothing, cause any other problems. The 20 amp fuse is holding. Bracket is in. Yeah. I think, see? Ooh. She's really pulling a vacuum. So now I need to have this one, need to disconnect this over here. It's a beautiful Monday out here on the ridge. It's about 65 degrees I think out. That's nice. Nice day in March. It was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and yeah, we're rocking it down. You got to get it really close to the supercharger, or else it'll pull itself right off of that lip. Give it some ooga-doogas. Check it. Yeah, there we go. Put the cap back on. Let the cap do the cap things. And like I said, I had all different concoctions of different methodology going on in this thing. Now we're just kind of putting it back in the, hopefully this is the final time I have to do this, because I'm going to have it breathe through this Moroso catch can. So if there's any oil coming from the crankcase, it'll get like not filtered, but yeah, I guess pre-filtered. It'll get pre-filtered. Oh, the biscuit. Oh, I want to go to this side anyhow. Okay, great. That's perfect. And then that's going to go that way only. It can't go in. So yeah, that'll go out of here from the crankcase. This is where the PCV used to be. I put in a fitting, an AN fitting. It goes to this size hose. And then this, we can plug this off. That goes to my manifold. It gets sucked in. And it should be the right OD, and it's even flat. So that should restore my vacuum situation. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Hide it under the plate. Go into the breather. Yeah, we want this to go this way now. So it's going to go pull air from the filter area, pull it into the one-way check valve, into this, I don't know why, and then into the valve cover. Let's check that now. So, in theory, we plug this into here. Still creating a good vacuum. We have it. Is it pulling here? Let's feel it. Let's feel what's going on over here now. It's loud. Yeah, she's sucking. And I did. I put this on. No. That check valve is causing me grief now. Restriction. Pull out that little one-way doohickey if I can. I think it just snaps on here. Yeah, there we go. The washer, spring. It's junk now. Now it's just a fitting. Now it's just a coupler, no restrictions. You don't want to pull too much vacuum because you can suck your gaskets too far. You could, yeah, that's out. Yeah, it feels much better. There's in. It looks like something. And yeah, we're still pulling a pretty good vacuum on that engine. Fire it up again. See how that sounds. Ooh, look at that. Nice healthy dose of something came out of there. Water, oil, whatever it is. It's working. See, look at that. It's a lot of blow-by. It's a lot. All of that was going into my engine before. See, it still wants to come out. Even with that vacuum. Look at that. Anything above idle is fine. And then the natural suction from that system. Oh, that should help correct it a little bit. It's not, at least it's not coming out, it's not coming out of the dipstick. We got our system. It's still a working project. run it for that long. So now we just need to wire it up and take a break time. Be back. Woohoo! Wow. Simple job. Yeah, that was water that came out. And yeah, was that a success? You tell me. I don't really know. Only time will tell. So yeah, thanks for coming.